hold this.
The thrill of victory. The agony of defeat. The human drama of athletic competition. This is ABC's Wide World of Sport.
Dude,
I don't know.
when are we going to fix that?
I don't know, coaching. We've got to get on it.
I don't understand, Coach Rebecca.
I don't either.
We have a few more episodes left in
We
this
do.
season.
2. We only have 2 more episodes
After
left.
today.
After today.
Today is, again, a very special episode. As you know, this is the Sporty Sports Show. I am Coach Ing. Behind the camera is Coach Rebecca. And today we are talking about bowling. Bowling, a lot of people say bowling is not a real sport. And I say phooey. I say phooey, phooey. 3 times I say phooey. I just said it twice, but now I'm going to say it 3 times. Phooey, phooey, phooey. For too long, bowling has been treated as a second-class sport. And today, we know that just by mentioning bowling on the Sporty Sports Show and devoting an entire episode to the sport, it's really going to give it a little more credibility. So, as you can see, I have a Northgate Flames athletic department shirt on. Athletic department. Miss Jan lives in the Northgate School District area.
Miss Jan, who's our scorekeeper today.
Yes. I have a Bethel Park Blackhawks hat on. And if you saw the art show, which I'm sure you did, Miss Rebecca referred to the Bethel Park School District, of which she was graduated, and from which she was graduated. And the colors are black and orange. Interestingly enough, Miss Kathy, who is here.
Miss Kathy's going to be our activity filmer.
And she lives in a neighborhood near Bethel Park.
Oh.
It's also down south.
Wow.
So it's all connected. We see the weavings. But let me tell you, bowling has not been treated as a real sport. As you know, or maybe you don't know, I don't want to make assumptions. In bowling, you need some basic equipment. You need a ball, and you need pins. But very often, people do not understand the kind of pins that you need when you are going to partake in a bowling game. Pin is a very common word, and that is why we sometimes have these problems. I remember once I was with a group who was hoping to bowl, and they had 10 of these.
Oh,
I know.
what do you do?
This is a pin, but this is a safety pin. And as much as we try to keep our sports safe, sports aren't always safe. You do not use a safety pin in bowling. There are no safety guarantees. Also, this is a pin, yes. But one time, I saw someone with 10 of these expecting to bowl these over. How do you even make these kinds of pins balance? How many angels could dance on the head of one of these pins? We don't know. We could ask the Magic 8 Ball. These are excellent pins. These are wonderful pins for you to wear on your clothing. But these are not the kind of pins that you would put down and then use for bowling. No, you wouldn't. But these are pins too. I hate to say it, but I've even been at a game, a match, because they call it bowling matches, a tournament,
I think that's...
where these have been there.
How?
It was less than successful. Now, in this virtual world that has brought us together in many ways, it has also divided the sport of bowling, because people who are not true to the game have used these kinds of pins. These don't even have any existence in the real world. These are simply images on a computer screen.
How would they do that?
Not well. Not well. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. This, my friend, is a bowling pin. These are pins, yes indeed, but these are not pins that we need for the game of bowling. Now, here's another thing, another example of why we needed to speak out today about bowling. Bowling has often been treated as a joke. Is that proper use of a bowling pin? Tell me.
I don't think so.
What do you think, Jan? No. No. This is wrong. Kathy?
No.
Not gonna, no. This is just wrong. This is wrong. No offense, sir, but it's not right.
It's like with a Capri Sun pouch. You have to respect the pouch.
You have to respect the pouch. Exactly. Now, I hope you're sitting down.
What?
Look at how bowling has been mocked. Mocked! Does anyone remember the 1980 film Arthur with Dudley Moore? Sir John Gielgud was his manservant and said to Liza Minnelli, "Usually one would have to attend a bowling alley to meet someone of your stature." What does that even mean? Nothing respectful to the art and the sport of bowling.
That's cute.
Really?
That's
It
cute.
is cute.
It is cute. But you wouldn't want to throw a ball
You
at
wouldn't
it.
want to throw a ball. Would you want to throw a ball at this?
No,
I think it'd be
repurposing.
illegal. Yeah, that's true. In fact, when I was in Bethel Park down south, we had a wee bowling tournament for families. And we got Princess Lanes to donate their old pins to us. And my dad spray painted them all gold. And so every family got a trophy from the wee family.
That's
bowling
such a
tournament.
nice
It was a
story.
lot of fun. It was pretty cool.
I
This
feel
was
like
in
that
elementary.
beats your maggot
It
story.
was back then. It was back then.
Oh.
This is pretty cool.
I mean, you still wouldn't want to throw a ball at Charlie, but still.
You wouldn't want to. A lot of people bowl. Some people bowl for fun. Some people bowl for sport because it is a sport. Many churches and other organizations have bowling leagues. I belonged to my church bowling league at one point. I was asked to politely reconsider because I had bowled a 38, and apparently that.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I don't know. There was a man on there though, and he could be on his cell phone and still get strikes. He was quite good, Mr. Gary Klaus from Hampton Township. Great bowler. Really, I'll never forget. He had his Motorola flip phone because this was back in
With
the
the
day.
antenna.
Strikes, yeah, all the way, man, all the way.
I myself was a participant on a league.
Yeah, were you?
I had bowling shoes. I owned them. The brand was Dexter. I had my own ball with my initials before I was married. RL on my ball. I had a bag to put the ball and the shoes in.
If one is married, can one still bowl?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to clear that up there.
Oh, yes.
Married people can bowl. Single
Yes.
people can bowl.
Yes. Yes, George and I would go bowling when we were dating.
When you were dating.
Yes,
Now,
he
did
bought
you
a
bowl
pair of
after you were
Dexters.
married?
No, we really didn't.
But you don't have to.
No, you don't. You don't have to. You
You certainly
could.
could.
You could.
Mhm.
I mean, bowling's for marrieds and singles and everybody in between.
Bowling is
Anybody.
It is. Now, there's another term that sometimes we hear around bowling, and it's that of a turkey, and you would like a turkey. This is not the kind of turkey that they're referring to when they say, I got a turkey.
Unless they just went to the snack bar.
Right, unless they went to the snack bar. A lot of bowling alleys serve full turkeys as part of snack. You can
Is
get
that true?
Nachos,
Is that true?
hot dogs, or a turkey. This is a turkey when you have 3 X's. When you have 3 X's, which are also symbolic of strikes, which means you got all the pins down. That's a turkey. Now, I want to share pictures. This has nothing to do, it has something to do with bowling, but 2 of my very favorite people in the whole wide world, bowling. All right?
Hmm.
Okay, so, well, right here, she's not bowling, but she's keeping score. Judy Garland, keeping score. And you can see, I can't remember his name, Cooper. This is his last
Gary
name.
Cooper?
Not Gary Cooper. I can't remember. I can't think of his name. But Anyway,
That guy.
He's checking that guy, and he's making sure that Judy Garland is keeping score well. Okay.
Nice.
So that's And then this is one of our former presidents, who I just really love this guy. This is former President Barack Obama, and he's bowling too.
Oh.
So if you needed any proof that bowling is awesome, dude,
And for everybody.
and for everybody, right, totally cool. Now here's the thing we wanted to share with you. Because there are 9 Supreme Court justices, we will only be bowling with 9 pins. And that's absolutely not true. It's just that we lost one of the pins.
We
right?
just discovered it now.
We have 2 lanes. We have a small lane for the Hello Kitty bowling pins, and that's for people who are just beginning to bowl. And then we have the serious bowler over here, but we just have 9.
Why are there only 6 tiny pins?
Well, they're not lost. It just came with 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it really did.
Okay. Well, are we ready?
I think we're ready.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have. Okay, here we go. I'm turning it over to our sports filmer, Miss Kathy. Miss Jan, are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, Miss Ing, would you like to go first?
Oh, you can go first.
Okay.
Fine, because you really, like I said, I was kicked off my
Another
church.
ball.
Yeah, we have another ball.
Something seems to be amiss with this ball. But we have
And you
two.
put your nose in the hole.
They are always prepared.
Here, you put these fingers like this.
Yes.
Maybe.
Because you were on a league and had your own ball.
I was on a league and I did have my own ball, and the finger holes were drilled for my fingers.
And so there's no need to use any intimidation because I fully expect to lose.
Well, I think we'll both are going to do really well, actually. Here we go.
She's doing the approach.
Yay!
4 pins, Miss Jan.
4 pins.
Let me reset it for you, Ingrid.
Okay.
Wait, why is there 5 in the back? Oh no! Those don't count.
It's like a house of cards. It's like a house of cards. And while the pins are being reset, we can sing the bowling song.
Which is,
The
let's
bowling
bowl,
song.
let's bowl, let's
bowl.
rock and roll.
Let's bowl.
Hey,
let's
come
bowl.
on, let's get the show on the road.
Let's
Let's bowl, let's bowl, let's
rock and roll. Hey, come on, let's get the show on the road.
That's from Grease 2,
Oh, it is?
which was not as good as Grease 1,
I have
but
never
still
seen that.
quite charming.
I thought you just wrote that.
No.
All right, so now I will do my approach. That's cheering, right?
Yes.
Intimidating? Okay, all right. Because remember, if you saw tennis last week, it took me all weekend to recover from that. All right. The approach.
Why did you do that? You got
A little spin.
It's playing the angles.
No, actually, it chipped off my finger. Remember how I've had like a lot of trouble with my nail? So I had a little trouble with my nail. How many?
I thought you threw like a spinny curveball.
It looked like that, but see, if there hadn't been a wall, it wouldn't have worked.
Well, so what you're saying is that fingers are an important component of bowling, but not necessary, I'm sure.
No.
No.
How's this work again? 4.
You put the most in the back, then the medium in the middle, and then whatever in front, because it's not 10, so it's
All right. Here we are.
let's bowl, let's rock and roll.
Do you remember the
Okay.
Bowling for Dollars scandal? Nick Perry and the Bowling for Dollars scandal?
No. Who's Nick Perry?
Some guy.
Here we go.
Way!
Oh!
Oh!
9 pins!
Good! All 9
Yes.
pins! That
Woohoo!
was really good.
I'm going to send the ball. Oh, I know it happened to me once, and it didn't feel very good. So don't put your ball, don't put your hand and your fingers in the ball return. That's the end of the service announcement. Now, Ingrid, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are your hands okay?
Yeah, they seem better. Which fingers do you put in?
These guys.
The first two?
Your thumb and the middle two.
Oh.
Your ring in your middle.
All right. Okay.
I think that's true. I don't think I'm making it up.
Okay. All right. Here we go. The approach.
Whoa!
Yay!
That was really good.
Not really. I didn't get them all.
Yeah, but the delivery, the cruise down the lane,
Oh.
that was something.
So I looked good when I was doing it?
Oh, it looked real good.
Oh, well then that's what really matters. All right. Okay.
Ball return.
Oh, ball returns.
See, I'm not going to put my hands down until the ball gets here.
Roll straight.
It says that you roll. But you know what? When you last delivered it down the lane, it was straight as an arrow.
You have to put a different spin on it. Yeah.
Woohoo!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 pins.
Nice. And remember, those are bowling pins. 5. I'll put your score down. Miss Jan had to take a phone call.
I think she had to take the pen too.
Oh yeah, she took the pen. 5, Miss Jan.
We had a caller who wants to know if you can explain what a strike is.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting! This is so exciting!
Color.
Oh, this is so nice. A strike is whenever workers are being treated unfairly.
That's not true.
And so it is
It
true.
is true.
And so what happens is there's a legal way, there are systems in place that
Unions?
people can protest, unions, that people can protest the unfair conditions or treatment by the workers, and they can stop the actual physical work for which they're responsible and express their discontent through either silent strikes or holding up a sign.
Now, Miss Ingo,
Yeah.
now in regards to bowling, in
Oh, I don't
regards
know.
to bowling, a strike is when you have the ball that you didn't put your hand down in the ball return to get back, and you bowl your ball down the lane, and all those pins are up there, and you get all the pins down. Strike! That means you got all the pins down. And if you get 3 of them in a row, that's what's called a turkey. And the symbol that pops up if you get a strike is an X.
So you got a strike, Miss Rebecca. Did you not?
Well, I did get a strike
Oh, she had 5 last time.
in our world because we only have 9 pins. But I just want to point out, if you were bowling for real at an alley in a lane, the pins are not set up in a corner, and things are very different in the real bowling world. This is real Sporty Sports Stadium bowling, and that's very different, extremely different, some may say, than bowling at a bowling alley. I mean, am
They
I
may say
right?
that.
I mean, you know.
This is a little more difficult.
Well,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're surrounded by words,
Right.
so it's hard, you know, because you just want to stop and read.
Yeah. How about bowling?
Or other things. Is that called a spare?
Mm-hmm.
And this is called a spare because there's only one, and I don't know why it's called a spare,
It's
but
a
when you have
spare.
one left, it's called a spare.
Yeah.
There you go.
And there was a song from the Great Depression called Brother, Can You Bowl a Spare?
Could you go bowling during the Great Depression? Wait, how many pins did
Well,
you have down?
I had 8.
8.
That was the thing.
Oh, okay.
In the Great Depression, there wasn't a lot of bowling because people were sad, they were depressed,
And maybe they didn't have money to bowl.
and they didn't have any money to bowl, and so people would say, Brother, can you bowl a spare? And the reply would be, not today, not tomorrow, not next week. And it was a song.
I don't know how uplifting that is for our purposes.
Well, I'm just saying.
Well, it's over.
What do you mean it's over?
We each went 3 times.
So we have to add?
Yep.
That's why Jan is here, because Tuesday's math day for us.
6 and 6 is 12, 12 and 8. You got it?
Oh, 12 and 8. 8 plus 2 is 10, so 20.
20 for Miss A. Miss Rebecca? Is that 9 and 9?
Looks that way. Hey, good game, good game.
Good game! Good game! Good game!
That was really good.
Now, is this like golf? Like, is the lower score the winner?
No, the higher score's the winner.
The higher score is the winner. I knew that. Oh my goodness! I forgot to do the scores.
Oh.
Hold on. Scores from around Major League Baseball. The Pittsburgh Pirates, as we head into the second week of June, still remain undefeated.
Woohoo!
The Atlanta Braves have not lost a game.
Yay!
What is going on?
I know. The Houston Oilers have not played a baseball game or lost a game because they're a football team.
Ah, very good.
How? That is really
In fact, they might
insightful.
not even be in the NFL anymore. I'm not sure.
I don't think that they are.
Are the Houston Oilers still a team?
No.
They were in the 70s.
There's a Houston Texans.
Houston Texans. Okay,
Ah.
neither the Edmonton Oilers have also not won a Major League Baseball or a football game because they used to be hockey players, like Wayne Gretzky. And
Well,
the
he's real.
he is real. The St. Louis Cardinals have not lost a game yet either. So
Wow.
Reverend Dr. Tom Clifton, just so you know, your Cards have not lost either. And we are very thankful. And next week, what sport are we going to uncover?
Well, the sport that we uncover next week is going to involve this.
Dun dun dun!